Okay, so one thing I think gets a lot of dentists stuck is they can't really visualize the sort of customer journey or patient journey that someone goes through, and how, I can come in and build you a website where your conversion rate might go up from 1% to 5%. And that's great. You're going to start seeing more phone calls coming in. But if you look at the math and the financials, if you actually start tackling the internal issues like the phone conversion rate, the new patient experience, when you look at the revenue potential increase down the line, you have a bigger bang for your buck if you tackle problems further down the funnel than if you just try to focus on the website. So I know that in your book, you've got a really great example of this where you break down the math and say, look, you can improve the website conversion and the AdWords and all that stuff, and that will have an impact on the end revenue. But look at what happens when you improve the phone conversion rate or you improve internal issues. The revenue increases substantially, a much greater increase. I wonder if maybe you can just go through that example.
I call it the AllStar business growth formula. And this is something I adapted from my time with Tony Robbins, is that basically there's one way you're starting with business. You're getting some form of marketing, internal marketing, external marketing, referral marketing, whatever, or insurance. I don't know where else you're going to get it. That's where it's coming in. Now, the first step in the funnel is we have to convert the phone call. And so then whatever's left, whatever's not converted drops, whatever is converted, we now move to the next step, which is they have to show up for their appointments. We have to have some systems in place to make sure they show up. Then hopefully they accept some sort of treatment. They purchase something. And then if we did a great job on customer service, they will make referrals to us. And then this whole continues. And that's the only way you make revenue. Now you can make little slivers like collections and this and that, but this is the big broad brushes. Now, if we make some assumptions now in the webinar, and I know you'll post places for people to sign up for this, I kind of go into these numbers a little bit more, but let me just give you this. From our research, we found that 35% of phone calls will convert to appointments, about a third. 85% of patients will show up. 60% of patients accept treatment, and 15% will refer. And that gives us if we assume $1 million practice as for our model. So looking at the numbers, if we're only converting 35%, we need to start with 5 million a year in potential opportunities, because if only a third get converted, we're now at 1.75 million potential. The vast majority, as you can see, gone. Wow. Yeah. Gone. So you say, I want to dump more money in marketing, right? Nick, you're saying, not your problem. Okay. That's why, Nick, you're very prophetic when you said, and you're a marketing guy, you're revealing the secrets. You're saying, listen, marketing ain't your problem. If you can't answer the phone, you're throwing your money away with me, which I don't, and everybody listening, I've yet to meet many marketing gurus that say that, because they don't want to tell you that because they want to take money from you. They don't care. And I see so many places, unlike Nick, they don't track your stuff. They don't provide any accountability because they don't want you to see that you're their problem, right? And they'll just they want to take the money. So I give you a lot of credit, Nick. I'm just blown away and so impressed by how ethical and how great you run your business.
Well, I mean, if you think about it in the long term, let's say you convince a dentist to spend the money, but a year later, eventually, even if they're terrible with financials, their accountant is going to give them a report and it's going to show that your revenue didn't really improve all that much, right?
You have a conscience is what I'm saying. So, and you're telling the truth. So we're at 1.75 million. Then 85% convert. Oh, we dropped 15%. We dropped. So now we're at 1.5 million. We're going down. Now only 60% accept treatment. Okay. These are pretty good numbers. We're at 900,000. And then, okay, we have some people like us, 15% refer from that base. We're at $1 million. So we had to start with 5 million in opportunities, and we only got 1/5 of it at the end of it. So we say, okay, the power of incremental improvement. We don't have to go crazy. Let's say we can improve 5% net each area. So our call conversion goes up to 40%. We're at 2 million. Our broken appointments or show up rate is now from 85 to 90%. We're at 1.8. Our acceptance rate went to 65, 1.2 million. Our referrals went from 15 to 20%. We're at 1.4 million. So incrementally improving each area of these customer service practice management skills, we increased our business by $400,000 or 40%. And then just for fun, let's go crazy. Let's say we improve 12% each area. Call conversions now 47%. Less than half of the phone calls we're converting. We're at 2.4 million. We can do even better than that. 97% show up. Good, strong show up rate. 2.3 million. 72% accept treatment. Okay, we're at 1.6 million. And 26%, about a fourth of the patients refer, we're at $2 million. We doubled our business without spending a lick more on marketing by just incrementally improving each area by 12%. And as Heather mentioned in another video, this is when we say, I don't have time to train, I don't have time to train. It's all our schedule. We teach pre-blocking and block scheduling. Our schedule is a reflection of our priorities. And we just showed you here, Nick, is what you were alluding to as well. We showed you here, you can double your business incrementally, or even go up hundreds of thousands of dollars by making customer service a priority. So now when you invest with Nick on marketing, it's all gravy. You're getting a lot more for what you invest.
Yeah, I mean, marketing often is a catalyst, right? Like you're putting, adding more fuel to the fire, you're adding more gas in the gasoline tank. But, if that internal engine doesn't work well, it doesn't matter how much fuel you put in, it's not really going to go very far. So most dentists we speak to, we ask them, the questions that honestly, they should all know the answer to. So you ask them things like, if 10 people call you on average, how many are you actually going to book for an appointment? They have no idea, right? And I can confirm the numbers. Usually when we start with a practice, on average, it's about 1/3 of new patient calls that they'll book into, actual appointments. When you ask them, how many people actually show up, how many people accept treatment, no idea on any of these metrics. So they're under this illusion that if I just do some social media or SEO or flyers, it's going to fix everything. And it's like, no, you actually have to fix that engine first. And then once it's working very smoothly, then you sort of like ramp up the marketing, and then you're going to get a great return on investment. So if you put marketing through a really good business, $1 will turn into 20 in production very easily. Exactly. However, if you take an average, below average practice where nobody has a clue what's going on day to day at the front desk, no one's measuring things, there's no real training, there's no systems, there's no process, everyone is just running around like chickens with their heads cut off.
You know what just occurred to me? I just thought something for the first time. Marketing means you're getting the word of your business out there to many people, right? Here's another thing. If you're investing in marketing and you don't have your customer service down, what are you marketing?
Exactly.
You're marketing what not to do. You are paying a marketing company to market how bad you are to the general public.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens, because the way I sort of visualize might not be the nicest example, but I think of marketing, think of like your standard, like a fan, like a household fan. Your business is what you put in front of that fan, right? Now, if you just baked like this wonderful fresh bread, right? It smells amazing. I mean, obviously it's going to attract everybody anyways, but if you put, a fan in front of it, it's going to waft that amazing smell to a further distance. It's going to bring people in. If you put in front of that fan, put a bag of dog poo, okay, what do you think is going to happen, right? It's like, and then they think, oh, well, you know what? If there's something wrong with the market, there's something wrong with the fan. It's like, trust me, it's not the fan that's the problem.
Oh, interesting. Good.
So that's why a lot of the time I look at their business, and we turn a lot of business down. I mean, even like this week, we've turned about 3 people down. When you look at them, I say to them, sometimes it's like, you're a bit too early. You need to work on your reviews. You need to work on your customer service, because you're going to pay me money and I'm not going to be able to help you grow, because that's not really where your problem is at. So I'd much rather that they take the time and improve the customer service, the reputation, make some leasehold improvements to the practice. Nobody wants to walk into a dental practice that the decor looks like it's from the 1980s, right? But once they have all that stuff done, obviously there is, diminishing returns, right? You might be able to improve your phone call conversion rate from 30% to 70%. You're never going to get it to 90%. I mean, there's going to be people who call you that are just not a good fit, but you're going to get a much better bang for your buck if you tackle the things inside of your business first, and then bring somebody like me on board to ramp up what you have, than the other way around.